learn from him. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. He's the father of the road artist. He started it. And so what I'm starting is making sure the kids see. We're not waiting until they get out of high school. No, they can go to work right now. This is when I grew up in here, so it'll be started in the 40s. It goes around. Okay. This is a timeline starting with Dunbar Elementary School, which is where I went, which is an all-black school. And then they had parades and May Day. So all the kids had different classes, had different things to do. They either had horns or majorettes, and that's when I said they put me on the stage. My mom had me on the stage at age 5 dancing by myself. And then when I got to the 2nd and 3rd grade, we did puppet shows for the whole school. So my mother always had me involved. But this is nice and clean. This is where we had Turner's Drugstore, where all the cool cats hung out. And since I went to East High School, I put an E on his chest. And then this deals with the movie theater. Because we went to see the cowboy movies. You know, at that day, they weren't making a lot of movies with black people in them. So this is hey, can you give me some money? And then this is a church where my mom was. This is New Hope Church. That building is still there. They're still worshiping there. Then this is the YMCA. And so I belonged to a Tri-High Y, but we had a lot of community people that had either, I was on a basketball team or they did something for the grown-ups, and we had dances there at the YMCA. It's currently vacant. Right. But this is McAdams Park, and we had tarp dances. And on tarp dances for teenagers, once you got in the door, they wouldn't let you out till your parents came and got you. You didn't get to go back and forth. Right.
Like my mom.
So yeah, this building is still there. They're remodeling it now, and they've changed the name from McAdams Park. He worked there about 30 years. To Carl Brewer. Carl Brewer was a black mayor that was here, elected mayor. Okay. And I went to the city council meeting, and I saw them. They get ready to change the name of the park. I said, when he mayor for the whole city, they said, well, yes. I said, could you find another building? You know, it's like we only get one hero. Okay. All right. So this is what this is about here. And I wanted to thank City Arts because they didn't have a wall long enough to hang all of it that was white. So we had to turn the corner. But that changed the whole concept of you don't have to just stay there because you got to move around and get involved. Oh, because we're looking at black cultural preservation. If we don't leave our footprint here, kids won't know what we did. They don't think we did anything because they don't put us in the history books. They'll put us, show us going to jail, but they're not interested in our accomplishments. So that's what we're doing with this, is trying to hook the kids into, yes, we have done something. So this is called preservation.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that was in my mother was just so talented that if I asked her, Mom, how you make hair? She said, oh, you just take you some yarn, and then you wrote it up on a pencil to get curled. And my mother was like that, and then she sewed. So we made patterns out of newspaper for doll clothes. So, and my dad was a master carpenter. So, and then when they got off from work, they didn't watch TV, they went to work. They had projects at home, you know. You know, kids don't have a chance to be bored. And I told my mother one time, I don't want to be no carpenter. Because she had me laying linoleum, hanging wallpaper. I said, I don't want to be no carpenter. She said, that's all right, get over there and lay that on Get over there. Right, get over there and do this and that. If you don't see what you can be, you won't be it. I always knew I wasn't doing art. That wasn't I just didn't know what part of art. So then I took all the classes to see which one. And I'm not watercolor, I cannot do it. Because you have to lay it down and leave it alone. And I have a tendency to overwork it. Keep brushing it, trying to get it, it doesn't work. But most kids know that they have a concept on what they want to do. They're just trying to find somebody who knows how to do it better than them. It's either basketball or football, but they're trying to find that. So it's a constant search. So as I said, between the age of heaven and the age of hell, you got the age of home, get to work.
In the age of heaven and the age of hell?
You got the age of home, get to work. See, when I started out with Frank, I was just only doing brown prints. Because I didn't want nobody to get mistaken. This wasn't no white art, this was all black art. So he told me, we was on our way to New York to do a show. He told me, he said, would you take her over there and have somebody teach her how to paint? Because I am sick of this damn brown.
It's
So then, I don't know if you know Hernani or not. He's from Brazil. Mena took me to his house. So in 3 days, I painted 11 pictures. And I sold one on the way to the show.
Wow.
So that's how that all got started. But when people tell you the truth, they don't waste your time. You know, people say, well, you know, I think that's all right. please, you're wasting my time. Tell me the truth. Right, tell me the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what the kids say. I used to have, I done drug kids from high school. We go up and down the road. It was called USD 259 Black History Truth. And so I told the counselors, it was a black counselor in every high school, send me your best kids. And then some of the white counselors said, well, some of these kids really need help. I ain't got time to watch them. They have to be grown enough to be able to follow instructions, and I can't say it more than once. So they sent me all their students. The guy from my school, he was a National Merit finalist. That's the top 1% of the nation scholars, okay? So they all had to be a famous character.
Yeah.
And when we got to KU, I told Dr. Gordon, I said, Dr. Gordon, you better film them because we're ready.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have the parents' permission. I said, never mind. When we got there, he was on the front row stomping his foot and hollering. I said, I told you. So the boy from my school, I was on my knees because they were coming down the road. We weren't waiting about introduction. You go up and introduce yourself.
Right.
And he said, I can't do it. I said, why? He said, because look how everybody's doing. So some of the students became blacks from the South, and they had that Southern drawl. They had changed their demeanor.
Yeah.
I said, you the only one know your speech by heart. You don't have to have a piece of paper. Get on stage. He got up there.
They need this extra push and that extra.
That's all you have to do.
Affirmation of like, you got this. You
Right,
got
they tell me, One little boy, Willie Wacker, he's here, he plays the sax. And so all this little group told him, you great. But when he saw the guy play the flute, he said, I can't go out on stage. These are all middle school age kids. So I just pushed him out from behind the curtain.
He's still playing.
Hey, yes. Turned his world around because the people that didn't know how to do nothing were telling him he was great. I said, you need to be in a world with competition.